Oh man, one of these days I want to catch you guys off guard. I'm going to record what we're doing off screen. This is so cool. We get so hyped up. Welcome back, you guys. Not So Pro Football Talk. Back at it again. Yeah, we missed yesterday. We dropped the ball. We didn't notify you guys, but we're live today. We're making up for it. Are you guys pointing at me? Are you guys saying I dropped the ball?
I told you to put a post out. You said you would.
I didn't know that I was the only person on
You said
this
you
team
would.
here.
You said you would, so you took responsibility for it.
Okay. Well, you guys, now you guys know how this works. You know, they just point fingers here. I guess I'll take full responsibility for it. I'm sorry, you guys. It was me. I should have notified you guys. They did not want to do a video this week, but I was like, hey, we got to do it. We got to give up. Yes, no, you're going to throw me under the bus. I'm going to throw you under the bus. So, yeah, we got to do it. We got to give them a video. We are here today. That's
2 lies.
2 lies?
Yeah, you're a liar.
Well, my pants ain't on fire, so I don't think so. Better luck next time, and you'll get a flat tire.
I don't know about that. Yeah. Cancel this guy.
Okay. Well, we're here to talk about football, right, guys? So there's a lot of stuff happening. I know it's the offseason, but like we said, we got a lot to talk about. And this week is just jam-packed with stuff. There's more things we wanted to add. Like, you know, a little talks about Dak Prescott, a little talks about Aaron Rodgers, some more, because there's more juicy drama going on there. But we got to show some love to the rest of the NFL because there's a lot going on. And one thing that I don't think nearly as many people is talking about, like they should be talking about this, because I, for one, was very confused at first. I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs signing Matt Nagy to become their, lead assistant and QB coach. That's the wrong one. There you go. So, yeah. So they hired Matt Nagy, Kansas City Chiefs did, to go back with them to be their lead assistant and the QB coach. Now, if you're like me, if you're the guy who watched all of, you know, the 2021, 2022 season, along with the Mitch Trubisky days and all that with the Bears and stuff like that, you're like, okay, wait a minute. Now he's the QB coach for Patrick Mahomes, you know, probably one of the most prestigious quarterbacks in the league right now. And this guy got fired because he could not, you know, make a successful QB. He had Mitch Trubisky, who was supposed to be the answer. He had Justin Fields last year, the Red Rifle as well.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Dalton. Who else? There's another big name on there that I'm not mentioning.
I don't know, man.
He was fighting with Mitch Trubisky.
Bears have been irrelevant lately.
They have been.
Nick Foles?
I mean, they even had Nick Foles as well. Was it this past offseason where they had a stacked QB room? Well, not stacked, right? But a reliable QB room that you could make at least something happen with their schedule. But they couldn't do anything. This guy had trouble developing a veteran QB, a rookie QB, and an unexperienced QB. He could not do it. And now he's back with the Chiefs. I say back because he was with them from 2013 all the way to 2017. Started off as an assistant, whatever, and worked all his way up into being an offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2017 when Patrick Mahomes was a rookie sitting behind Alex Smith, which they did Alex Smith very wrong there, by the way. But yeah, so I don't get it, guys. The only thing I could think of is that, you know, the Chiefs, they have Nagy's back because, you know, he was part of their program before. He lost his job. Hey, come back here. We'll nurture you back to full health, just like what the Patriots did with Lions ex-head coach Matt Patricia.
Yep.
And and you could gain your wings back. I don't think that was the right move. What do y'all think there?
I mean, I think whenever you can get a veteran guy who's been around the NFL for a while, has like success and hasn't had his good years either. I think it's a good move. They could have hired somebody else, but they went with somebody who they know what they're going to get out of, and they're going to be happy with what they're going to get out of him. We'll see what I mean. From the what position he has, I mean, it's not too big of a role in the Chiefs organization, so I don't think they bust or fail off of this hire. Um, Hopefully, he helps Mahomes do whatever he needs to do to become better. He didn't have the best year last year, so I mean, I think if Nagy can just focus on one thing instead of a whole team, he might be able to do a better job. We'll see what happens. I don't think he was a terrible coach. His last 2 years haven't been good, but he did have that 12-4 run with the Bears. Unfortunately, never a playoff win. But I don't think he's complete garbage, like some people may say.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Reed and everything that he just said. I also think it's really good for Nagy himself because he gets back into a top tier offense. He gets to learn from the offensive coordinator they have there right now. I forget his name, but he's been doing great things with Mahomes and that amazing wide receiver core and tight end they have there. So I think Matt Nagy only benefits from this. I assume maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, he might get a chance at getting another head coaching job. I just think there in Chicago, they didn't have the best of talent. They did have good quarterbacks who changed the system. But I mean, you know how it is to get out of the slumps. I mean, the New York teams haven't done it in decades. The Lions haven't done it in a while either. Jaguars, they had that one playoff run where they went to the AFC Championship, and then after that, it was bust again. It's just hard, especially when they face the Packers 2 times a year, every year for ever and ever since the actual football league started. So, yeah, I think this is just good for him, and that's about it. I mean, see what happens with him in his career, but he's gonna have fun there in Kansas City.
I mean, how can you not have fun? You're stacked with weapons. Honestly, you could make the worst play call in history, and it will still look like there was a plan behind it. I mean, like that play when Patrick Mahomes dropped back, and instead of throwing it out of bounds, so you get the points, he threw it to Tyreek Hill. It's selfish play, whatever. They learned from it. It didn't look as bad as it would have if it was, let's say, the San Francisco 49ers making that play. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Matt Nagy, not bashing on the guy. I actually liked him. I thought he was a decent head coach. I like what he did, even with Mitch Trubisky back in the day. He got pretty creative. But the thing is, once his code gets cracked, I mean, he doesn't change it up. He just stays what he knows, and that's it. It's ride or die with his system. But he wasn't a bad offensive coordinator in 2016 with the Chiefs. That's when they started rolling things out, letting Patrick Mahomes learn the system. They were pretty successful back then. I got some stats right here. In 2000, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, in 2016, he was offensive coordinator. It was 2016, 2017 season. So in 2017, they ended off with ranked sixth with points scored, fifth in total yards, seventh in passing yards, 10th in passing touchdowns, ninth in rushing yards, and 15th in rushing touchdowns. And when you think about it, that's not bad.
It's really not.
That's not bad.
And this was under Alex Smith, you right?
This was under Alex Smith. That's right.
Pretty
Patrick
good.
Mahomes was a rookie. Patrick Mahomes says, "Welcome back. Glad to see you."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe he could make a difference. Maybe not. I guess I don't know how big of a role he's going to have in play calling or development with players, especially with Patrick Mahomes. I I like football. You guys know this. And what I saw from Patrick Mahomes this past season, it was kind of straying away from the game of football. It was more with the drama with his brother, his girlfriend, and his attitude started to change. At first, as a viewed, humble guy who loved to play the sport, had a big heart for his teammates. He's it looked kind of different towards the end of the season when things were going his way. But we will definitely see next year. I mean, this AFC division, believe it or not, is getting tougher.
Oh yeah.
It's getting tougher. And it's about damn time. Sorry, so excuse me, right? It's about damn time that it does. Um, but yeah, we will definitely see what happens there. Are you guys ready to move on to the next subject?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this next subject, it was talked about for a little bit. I'm pretty sure you guys hear all the time in the radio. It's not as, I don't want to say popular as a lot of football fans, might, take it. But I, for one, think this is very interesting. I'm talking about Troy Aikman, the commentator, the legendary QB for the Dallas Cowboys. He left Fox. He left Fox to go sign a contract for ESPN. Rumor has it, which he kind of confirmed it as well, is money talks, man. Money talks. And he got what they call that Tony Romo contract. So Tony Romo, just like the QBs, the tight ends, all in the NFL, Tony Romo set the new bar for broadcasters in the NFL. So Tony Romo signed a 10-year contract for 109, right? 109 million?
180 million.
Oh, sorry, 180 million. 10-year contract with was it ESPN?
No, CBS, isn't it?
CBS. There you go. CBS, which they do a great job. I love their team, by the way. I'm trying to get more and more into CBS. After that, I mean, it's NFL Network, CBS, and then I like ESPN because I feel like they're struggling nowadays with today's market in players. But yeah, Troy Aikman, he looked at Joe Buck. He said, I'm out. I'm going to ESPN. I'm just kidding. They have a great relationship from what I read. And, Joe Buck, his contract is up next year. So Fox could be in some big trouble. It could be some big trouble. But yeah, let's get into what Troy Aikman, his numbers haven't been officially revealed, but they've been hinted at us. He's looking at a 5-year contract for close to 10 million a year. Yeah. Close to 10 million a year for 5 years. For a broadcaster, for a guy who's sitting down, watching football, just knowing his stuff, strutting his struts, that's not bad. That's not bad. Good for Troy Aikman, man. He deserves it. He has one heck of a career. Me, for one, I always think he looks like he's on something whenever he's on air. Like his eyes are bloodshot red. He looks like he's about to pass out. I'm like, this guy is like, he's on something. But he knows what he's talking about. He knows exactly what he's saying, and he's really good at what he's saying. So good for him.
It's all those painkillers, man. His body's deteriorating.
Yeah, you could tell his body's been through it. His body's been through it. But when Tom Brady retires, he's going to be just fine because he hasn't got hit in a day in his life. I know I'm throwing major shade here. But also, he also released his new beer, right? Him and who else? Was it Emmitt Smith?
No, it was Michael Irvin. Yeah, they were here in San Antonio, man.
I know. I kept having to hear about that. Dang,
yeah, I heard too late.
I need to look at my emails. I think they sent me an email to go join them or something. I don't know. It's probably my junk mail. My spam. It happens all the time.
Yeah, you should just stop.
You guys know how it is. It's a struggle nowadays. But yeah, that's awesome. I hear the beer is pretty decent. Got to give it a try sometime. Maybe put it in my bar. But yeah, good for him. He's now making a difference in the broadcasting world. And as far as Joe Buck, he has one more year in his contract for Fox, and there's a potential candidate that might join him. Head coach that retired this past year, and I'm talking about former New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton. So I just want to say, if he signs, I'm not going to say it just yet. I might say it, but if he signs, I told y'all so. I told y'all. Everyone say, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to a lot of the viewers. I might be talking to you, Reed. I can't quite remember yet. But a lot of people say, Sean Payton, maybe he just wanted to get out, enjoy time with his family, relax a little bit, get out of the sport. I was like, nah, dude, look what he did to New Orleans Saints. They're in a huge hole. And he was like, hey, I got y'all a Super Bowl run, and this is beyond repair. I'm going to collect my check and I'm going to be on my way. Okay, same thing that Sean McVay is doing. That's another thing I want to talk about. Sean McVay, he got offered a broadcasting gig for Amazon. Amazon starting their own sports, program. There you go, Amazon sports program, and they offer Sean McVay a pretty decent contract. The rumor has it that it was I believe it was what, an 8-year contract for
Mm-hmm.
$111 million.
Yeah.
My gosh, I mean, I know it's not head coaching money, especially the contract that he's going to be getting soon, Sean McVay. But Sean McVay, you got to realize, I get it. I appreciate the strength in you saying, no, I'm gonna stick with my team and we're gonna run it back. You're not gonna run it back. That was your last shot. From here on out, you might have a chance next year. Honestly, you might have a chance next year, but here on out, it's going downhill for the next 5 to 10 years. Just like the New Orleans Saints.
Is that a biased comment, AJ, or
No, not a bias at
unbiased?
all.
Okay.
Not biased at all.
Okay.
Just like, look at the New Orleans Saints. They were so good, right? Who made them good? It was Drew Brees. Drew Brees was phenomenal. They paid so much. They got so much. And what? Why are you laughing?
This is a Troy Aikman topic, and
No,
AJ somehow was able to go straight into just bashing the Rams. I just love it. I love it.
no. It's I get it's a Troy Aikman topic, but this spreads out. Okay, this spreads out because this is broadcasting. This is a whole new era for broadcasting. Okay, because now these guys are getting paid a lot. Now more former athletes. Drew Brees got in last year. There's rumors that Philip Rivers was going to get in it. Ever since Tony Romo, I think does a phenomenal job. Sometimes he get a little annoying, but look at the Manning podcast. They're ESPN. They're making tons of money. Sean Payton, he wants to get in it now. He's going to be potentially replacing Troy Aikman and joining Joe Buck on Fox. Now I'm talking Sean McVay. He was offered a broadcasting position for Amazon, a new company, a lot of money. And, whenever the time comes where he's down in the slumps, like Sean Payton, I'm not saying Sean Payton's down. I did say that, but I didn't mean it like that. When Sean McVay is in the lower point of his career, he might not get a contract as big as what he was offered right after the Super Bowl win. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, but I don't think money has played everything into his decision. I think he still loves the game of football and wants to coach the game of football, and that's the major reason was behind his decision.
And I respect. I would have respected. I think it would be a logical decision if you would have joined the broadcast. But it's a respectable decision for him to stay with his team. If it was like a Shanahan, if we're doing the same thing that the Rams are doing, I would respect Shanahan staying, saying, "Hey, I'm not jumping ship. I still believe in this team, and I'll do whatever I can to do it again." I respect it. I really do. Logically, I felt like the smarter play was going broadcasting. But then again, he is young. He could stay in the NFL. He has a lot of years ahead of him. Like I said, it's not over, but it's downhill from here. It's not
And
over.
he can still get a broadcasting job afterwards.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I was gonna say, AJ.
But for the same amount of money,
I think even more.
I think game of football is only going up, so like numbers are only going to keep on going up. And then Sean Payton could have retired earlier, but he's kept around. He hasn't had the greatest seasons in the past, and now he's going to be most likely getting a huge deal. The money's going to be there. Money ain't going away anytime soon, in my opinion.
Unless another pandemic hits.
No. No. The only thing that would obviously end football from going to the heavens is all this stuff that's happening in Ukraine. Don't want to get into it. This is not what we're here to talk about. But I believe I had to disagree with you, AJ. I think Sean McVay is an excellent football mind. I do not like his team. Do not like that he's so good at coaching the team that he had and he compiled from free agency and all that stuff. But he is excellent. I've sent you videos. You've seen videos where he can recall plays from 5 years ago on the dot, just from the timestamp and the quarter and the week that they played. So I think he's going to be an excellent broadcaster whenever he does possibly take a contract from them, because I think the contracts are going to keep coming. even if he is tied to a contract with the Rams or wherever he goes in the NFL. Thanks, Doreen. How about you go and drink a beer and get off? But anyways, yeah, I think that Sean McVay is going to get more contracts all the time. He's young and he knows a lot.
What's he doing?
I don't know
Sorry, the crew back here is telling me to take you off, Vince. That you're being too much right now. But no, I respect your opinion, and this is what the show is all about. We're not always going to be agreement on everything. This is why we're human. We disagree on certain stuff, but I mean, yeah, I can see your point too, and I think he is a great football mind. I just don't think it's just going to be as easy as it. No, I can't even say that because it's not easy.
It's never easy.
Correct. Right.
All right.
Yeah, I think we need to send a doctor to Age's house. I don't know who he's talking to.
Guys, I'm talking to the crew, the back crew.
We're the only crew you got.
Oh, okay. So when something happens, like a tweet doesn't go out, then why am I getting bashed for it? I thought we were a crew, right?
Because you said
lose as a team, win as a team. I'm out here at work.
That's not what Vincent was saying.
Nah. I'm out here at work writing down all my. What? I'm talking about the beginning of the podcast.
Well, I'm talking about right now.
What about right now, Vince? What about right now?
You're over there talking to imaginary people, bro. Jax isn't even in the room.
How do you know?
Because he's not scampering around.
All right.
Anyways, on to the next topic before AJ starts to go off track and talk to people. Selfish? Shellfish? You gonna do a tongue twister? She sells seashells by the seashore?
No.
All right, let's go on.
Selfish. So now we're talking about Kyler Murray. This is the biggest news out.
I think I just noticed what you did here, AJ.
We're talking about Kyler Murray. That's what we're talking about right here.
Why is he so hard to see, AJ?
What are you talking about? I got a picture. It didn't fit. And if I raised it, then you wouldn't see Cliff Kingsbury's head on my screen.
You know that they're like basically the same height.
This is a picture that I got. What are y'all talking about?
Dude, we're a Kyler Murray
Pro.
Go.
We are a Kyler Murray Pro Go show. What are you all talking about? I did not tamper.
You're driving this ship, AJ.
I did not tamper. I did not tamper with the picture that you all see on the screen. That's a real size comparison picture.
I think it was the crew that you were talking to earlier, AJ.
I think
they were the guys who did that.
Well, maybe you should give them a break because they are working around the clock for this, okay? Around the clock. No days off here.
All right. Tell us why Kyler Murray is selfish.
Okay, so Kyler Murray, he's getting into his fourth year, trying to get his fifth year extension. It's not working if you're laughing, Reed.
I'm sorry.
And as y'all know, his agent posted on Twitter of all places, in that he's unhappy. He wants to be a Cardinal for life. His main goal is to win a championship. He wants to be there long term with some big money. But the first years, it'll be a reasonable contract. Now, they're not releasing the amount of years, they're not releasing numbers. The only thing I could think about is Patrick Mahomes and his contract. He signed a 10-year contract where a lot of money for the first couple of years is not a huge hit, so you can have a great team, but you're safe. Your money is safe for the long run. Now, Kyler Murray says, he's not a selfish person. He's a humble person. He plays the game. He's going to continue to grow with the game. No, you're not. You don't get out of here, dude. I think this guy is so full of it. 5'9" that he is, full of you know what. He doesn't care about it. Yeah, he might love the game of football, but he just cares about getting paid. He cares about getting paid. If it was about the sport, if it was about Arizona, then he would have, not, deleted all his pictures, his tweets about Arizona, and acted like a child, and have his manager, be like, "Oh, I'm sending the statement out about how you want a big contract." That's something that you need to do behind closed doors, behind the curtains, so people like us don't talk about it. You get me? But it's a good thing that we're talking because we got content. It's not that bad. But I think he's a selfish person. I think he's a selfish player. The last game of the postseason, I mean, the last series, he didn't want to go in because how bad they're getting demolished out there. They put poor Colt McCoy in. He wanted no part of it. But yet he wants to go out here. He's 24 years old. He's getting out of his rookie contract. He's supposed to get extended his 5th-year extension, which he's supposed to be making roughly around $5 million this next year. And I know it's not crazy for a quarterback. And I get that you've been to 2 Pro Bowls, but dude, grow up.
Well, AJ, I saw you brought up Colt McCoy. I honestly think Colt McCoy did amazing when he was playing.
I never said he did it.
Yeah, but I think he could steer the ship if Kyler leaves. I agree with you. I don't like the way Kyler is acting right now. I don't know why he deleted all that stuff off his Instagram. He's doing all those backdoor shady stuff. Which you shouldn't do. You should talk to the people that you work with, talk with the general manager, talk with the whole office there, and get everything done. But I want to put this in perspective because this is what I saw on one of something that I read. Since 2011 all the way to 2018, since they made the rule where rookies can only get extensions after the 3rd year of their rookie contract, 26 quarterbacks have been drafted in the first round. One of them is including Kyler Murray when he got drafted in 2018 or beforehand. So he was a first-round pick. Only 9 of those 26 have actually gotten extensions with their teams. So either out of those 26, the rest of the 17 didn't get extensions, or they got shipped out, or they didn't even make it in the NFL. So out of those 9 that got extensions, only 6 got it after the 3rd year. I'm going to name 3 of them, and I want you to tell me if Kyler Murray is better than these guys. One of them is Cam Newton with the Panthers. The other one was Andrew Luck with the Colts. And then the other one was Blake Bortles with the Jaguars. So naming those 3, I want both y'all to answer and give me your perspective. Do you think Kyler Murray should have gotten a contract after this 3rd year? And do you think that he's better than those 3 that I just named?
I think Andrew Luck and Cam Newton were better than him at the time when they got those contracts. Blake Bortles, no. I think you said Blake Bortles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's as good as Kyler Murray. I thought Patrick Mahomes got his extension after the 3rd year.
He wasn't a first-round pick, was he?
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, this is only first-round picks.
I have a question after AJ responds.
Good.
So I'm going to agree with you there with the first 3 years. Even with Blake Bortles, he played awesome in Jacksonville. He even went to the playoffs with them. I thought he was going to be the QB for the future. That organization is just weird, just a lot of loose ends. But for sure, Andrew Luck and Cam Newton at the time, no, he's not anywhere close to doing what they done. So yeah, I agree with you there, Reed.
My question for Vincent: those 17 players you said that didn't get it, is that counting the people that have gotten first picked in the first round and haven't had a chance to get the 3rd round extension or the 3rd year extension?
No, because these numbers are from 2011 to 2018. So
okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
so these are all players that were first rounds in between those 7 years or
just
8
wanted
years.
to make sure. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna respond to the Kyler Murray thing, and I'm gonna give 2 different sides.
Okay.
One, I would like to know. I'm gonna play a little bit on his side. I would imagine that he's already gone to the organization and asked for these things. Hey, I want I don't remember if it said it during the letter that was tweeted out today, but I would believe that he's already gone to the organization saying, "Hey, I want this long-term deal. I want to get big-time money. I want these things." And they probably told him, "Hey, we'll talk about it next year. We're going to push this off," and that's why he has felt frustrated and put this out on the internet. Now, whether you want to say that's the right thing to do, whether he should have shut up and played and earned that money and made the organization feel like he should have done that, that's up to you to decide. That's my take on that. But yeah, he definitely. I don't like him coming out and saying and having to put out all this on the internet. What's that plug for?
You don't want that.
I'm not gonna throw it. I just want to get your attention.
Okay.
I have another scenario for you, Reed, that I found in another reading that I found. So we all know.
Can we respond to what Israel just put?
Yeah, go for it.
What happened to Dak, man? You're giving up on Dak?
You don't start it.
Jeez.
You're bad.
It's that shoulder, bro. Okay.
Dak is way better than Kyler.
Israel, yeah, I think you should stick with Dak.
Stick with Dak, man. You don't want that.
Dak's not bad, man.
Dude, you got tall offensive linemen. Stick with Dak.
You're horrible, bro. We're a pro go Kyler Murray show.
We are a pro
go
Kyler Murray show.
Anyways, okay, Reed. I'm gonna ask you really fast. Just I don't want to drag this out too long. Okay, Israel again. Dak is the man always, but if Dak got hurt, he would be.
You can't afford them both.
You can't afford two franchise quarterbacks.
Yeah, you'll have to let go of that entire offensive line.
You can't have it all. Israel, you can't have it all. It's not fair. Okay.
All right.
I want Jimmy back. Love him.
So with Kyler Murray, he went to Oklahoma, right? If I'm being correct, after he left Texas A&M. So his teammate that he played with there is Baker Mayfield. Reed, you respect this guy a lot from this past season, don't you?
Oh yeah.
But anyways, they were ex-teammates at Oklahoma. When Baker got drafted in the first round, he's one of those guys. Because he was in that 2018 talk. He was one of those guys that was drafted in the first round by the Browns. After his 3 years, he was in the same situation as Kyler. You know, he hadn't shown a bunch. You know, they lost in the playoffs. He was getting the numbers up with the team, but he didn't get an offer after his third year. So Kyler's in the same situation. So Kyler has been looking at that situation that Baker had been in. And Baker, you know, he was nice, being a nice guy, and he's like, I respect the Browns organization. I know they're going to pay me. After that next year, they didn't pay him what he wanted. So Kyler, with that in mind, if Baker didn't get paid with what he did with the Browns, and all the Browns had done their, you know, a horrible team before, and now with Baker, they're mid-tier. Some years they were even better. So now, does Murray say, pay me now or pay me never? Because that's what it looks like what he's doing from his Instagram post, you know, lashing out. And then finally now he has this letter that him and his agent brought out after 2-3 weeks of all this drama. You know, is that what Kyler Murray's saying? He's saying pay me now or pay me never?
I don't know if it's that drastic. As I'm guessing you're insinuating he's going to hold out.
Or he's going to leave.
Okay, well, he can only hold out because he's still under contract.
He's bluffing.
I don't think he actually will hold out. I just don't see him having that leverage and be able to actually win that. I hope he's not doing that. If he is, then I mean he's going to lose a lot of respect from the fans, the media, and the Cardinals organization, his teammates, everybody.
Yeah, he's trying to stand tall. He needs to be the bigger man here and grow up. That's not the way to do it.
Was that in your notes, bro?
If I was the host of the show, I would take you off the screen right now.
Dude, I need to talk to this crew over here.
Hey,
Crew.
Don't talk to them.
Great.
No, you don't have them. You're fired. Done. But yeah, I think this whole drama situation, this whole ruckus is going to keep on moving out, growing, getting bigger, bigger. But at the end of the day, the Arizona Cardinals are going to give in. And you need to stop.
What, dog?
Stop. For Spotify listeners, they're making my crew making fun of Kyler Murray.
We are?
Yes. This guy needs to stop. At the end of the day, the Arizona Cardinals are going to give in and pay Kyler Murray what he wants. And they're just not going to learn. It's a bluff, you guys. Don't fall for it. Let him go. He's not worth it. Trust me. It won't be a big impact on your organization. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Right.
Okay.
That's it.
We're good?
Pro Go Kyler Murray show. Let's see what happens with him.
Actually, I don't think we're pro go anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like the guy.
Just sign us. We got it. We got you, Arizona.
Hey, we'll take that Fox position.
I would.
We'll all share that same contract. All we need is one.
Yeah.
We just need one.
We just want 1 million. That's all.
1 million. And MLB, if you guys are listening, dude, if the MLB is listening right now, I'll go play for your team. I just want one. I just want one. I'll hit a ball. Don't worry. I just want one. I'll play the whole season. I won't complain. All right, you guys. Thank you, everyone who joined us today. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you for supporting us. Sorry, we are a day late today. Our schedules, we all have full-time lives. We're trying to get this out to you guys every single week. Next week, we should be a pro go for Monday, 6 o'clock live. Join us. Okay, we got plenty to talk about. I mean, just like they're talking about Devontae Adams right now. I want to dive into it, but we are running the clock big time. So thank you all, everyone who joined us live today. Facebook faithfuls, love you guys. YouTube, please keep on supporting us. We're getting stronger, you guys. Twitter, we're growing as well. Spotify, can't say thanks enough. Y'all had me thinking it was Monday. Hey, it's what we do. And just by that, we appreciate you watching us every Monday. Appreciate you, Pete. Honestly, thank you guys.
Yep.
Israel, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Until next time, you guys, keep on grinding. We'll see y'all.